Taylor Swift. Their special strategy is to get young people to vote, is to have her support him. Why would you tell half the country that you don't agree with them in this highly polarized time? You stay out of it.
Wow, the whole world is talking about Taylor Swift. I kind of have a problem, though, with the hardcore Taylor Swift fans. They are totally over the top, worshiping this woman. Have you seen any of the pictures? But I think what they call it is they're elevating her to an idol, idolatry. In fact, if you look it up in the Bible, it's a sin.
This coming from the very people that say that Trump was sent down by Jesus. Irony had no tears left to weep.
We have had enough of Taylor Swift for now, but here's the facts. Chiefs are going to the Super Bowl, and now there's an online plea circulating that is begging people to become Niners fans for the next 2 weeks, just so it doesn't raise Travis Kelce, a.k.a. Mr. Pfizer's star power, along with, of course, Taylor Swift.
All right, if you're one of the lucky few to not have dropped into the hill site formerly known as Twitter over the weekend, then let me bring you up to speed on what is trending. There were grown men crying about a girl supporting her football player boyfriend, to the point that entire segments were designated to it.
Claiming that this year's Super Bowl is going to be rigged in favor of the Chiefs. He says that's because it's going to set the stage for Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce to endorse President Biden on stage. Do you think she's going to endorse Biden at the Super Bowl, Brian?
Okay, number one, if there's going to be a fix at the Super Bowl, it'll be the biggest scandal in the history of the world.
Yes.
It's the biggest game the whole world watches now. Nobody told the 49ers because I'm pretty sure they play tackle football pretty well too. So it's a crazy statement. But about the Taylor Swift situation, it's written up today. I'm not sure if it's the New York Times or Washington Post. They seem to be the same paper. But they talk about how the Biden administration wants to do this unbelievable fundraiser with Bill Clinton and Barack Obama. Who would have thought of using Democratic presidents? And then number two, one has a little Epstein problem. I'm not sure he should be bringing money in for anybody. But then the other story is how Taylor Swift, their special strategy is to get young people to vote, is to have her support him. Now, she evidently tweeted out support for him, and I saw the full screen this morning. I don't remember that. 2018, she went for the candidate, Phil Bredesen, against Marsha Blackburn. Marsha Blackburn felt that. She does have power. But it would be the single dumbest thing a mega superstar could ever do. Why would you tell half the country that you don't agree with them in this highly polarized time? You stay out of it. Hey, listen, I'm Taylor Swift. I like this guy. He happens to play football for a living. I'm on the stage a lot, selling out. That's it. I think it would be the craziest thing ever for her to do it. And Joe Biden's not worth it. I mean, my goodness. If you need Taylor Swift to get you another 4 years, that's how bad your first 4 years have been. You're done. You're finished. You're through.
Ranging from Taylor Swift as a Democratic plant sent to infiltrate the minds of football fans across America to sway the election, to the usual hits of she's paid by Soros, a government psyop, you know, everything you'd expect from the folks still high on the fumes from their burned Nikes.
America's pop star celebrity sweetheart joins forces with the top dog in the NFL, playing for the team that's going to the Super Bowl. I mean, let's be real here. This is bread and circuses on steroids. Major League Sports, in and of itself, is nothing but a psyop. Get kids plugged into the cycle of going to public indoctrination camps, playing sports for their school, and going to games. Many end up devoting their entire childhood to competing in various sports, only to be cut from the team, at which point they become brainwashed into supporting professional teams because they know their dreams of becoming a pro athlete will probably never happen. So then they become obsessed with some grown man who gets paid millions of dollars every year to throw a ball around while promoting poison death shots and child slave labor through various brand deals and endorsements.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
But while I wanted to do everything in my power to avoid this nothingness, one segment brought the Swiftie out in me. It involved a Newsmax host citing the Bible as a means to try and shame people for liking Taylor Swift, quoting idolatry as a warning sign.
Wow, the whole world is talking about Taylor Swift. I Taylor Swift. I like the song called Style. I like the song where she's complaining about her boyfriend who lied to her. I like the song where she complains about the boyfriend who dumped her. I like the song about the girlfriend who let her down on the big night. She was expecting all the support at the party. I kind of have a problem, though, with the hardcore Taylor Swift fans. They are totally over the top, worshiping this woman. Have you seen any of the pictures of her in concert? I wouldn't go myself. I don't do that kind of thing anymore. But I think what they call it is they're elevating her to an idol, idolatry. This is a little bit what idolatry, I think, looks like, and you're not supposed to do that. In fact, if you look it up in the Bible, it's a sin. So I don't like that.
This coming from someone whose entire feed is designated to his fearless cult leader, a man who works on the very network that screamed at a veteran for daring to say a bad word about said cult leader.
President Trump, he wanted out of Afghanistan real bad. He was real frustrated not being able to get out, but he didn't pull out because he knew this would happen. In fact, we all did. I called it on this program. My 12-year-old son knew about it. And so I've got Americans there that are stuck. To me, that's a hostage situation. But, Joe, I appreciate you working to get them out. I really do. Yeah. And I wish you all luck in the world.
With due respect,
thank you for...
with due respect, Grant, I mean, like, veterans, you know, being one, right, and our friends are over there. Right. We followed this closely for multiple administrations, and we know the Trump's administration's efforts here were fairly weak. That they were trying to limit the number of people that would get out, and Joe, so there was coordination problems.
Joe, I'm gonna cut you. I'm already weak. I'm already low on time, Joe. Joe, cut him off, please. Cut him off now. Cut him off now. You're not going to blame this on President Trump on my show.
That escalated quickly. So that's Newsmax. And please, seriously, spare a thought for the challenge they face every business day, having to program an entire network for just one single viewer.
A cult leader that his followers believe was sent down by Jesus to save America. Someone they idolize so much that not only does their entire identity as a person revolve around a billionaire that they've never met, but they've allowed him, a thrice-married serial cheater found liable of sexual assault, who can't quote a single Bible passage.
Okay. You mentioned the Bible. You've been talking about how it's your favorite book, and you said, I think last night in Iowa, some people are surprised that you say that. I'm wondering what one or two of your most favored Bible verses are, and why.
I wouldn't want to get into it, because to me that's very personal. You know, when I talk about the Bible, it's very personal, so I don't want to get into verses. I don't want to get into...
There's no verse that means a lot to you that you think about or cite?
The Bible means a lot to me, but I don't want to get into specifics.
Even to cite a verse that you like?
No, I don't want to do that.
You're an Old Testament guy or a New Testament guy?
Probably equal. I think it's just an incredible... The whole Bible is an incredible... I joke...
To convince them that he's a God-fearing Christian. But sure, it's the Swifties that idolize her.
Taylor Swift has made a career off of writing songs about picking the wrong man.
And the thing is, when you boil it down, all this hysteria stems from one thing: fear. They hate, and I mean hate, that Taylor Swift is one of the most talented, hard-working artists of this generation, whose reach far surpasses the Fox News airwaves, and that she's able to influence her fans to get more involved in issues that she deems important. Issues that the majority of America agree with, by the way. And they're not hiding their fear. Fox hosts are literally begging her fans not to listen to her.
Do you think she's going to endorse Biden at the Super Bowl, Brian?
I mean, my goodness, if you need Taylor Swift to get you another 4 years...
I kind of have a problem, though, with the hardcore Taylor Swift fans.
While they bend the knee at every opportunity to a wannabe dictator. You couldn't make it up.
Love this video? Make sure you stay up to date on the latest breaking news and all things Midas by signing up to the MeidasTouch newsletter at MeidasTouch.com/newsletter.